guys, thanks so much for joining me for this video today. I'm going to be talking about kohlrabi, which is really exciting for me because I learned about it last year, didn't grow it until this year, and so far I feel like I've been seeing a fair bit of success for a newbie. Let me show you guys my kohlrabi. My plants are still very small, but they're very beautiful. I want to show you. Kohlrabi is part of the brassica family. Other vegetables in this family is broccoli and cabbages. The nutrients in kohlrabi is vitamin B6, potassium, manganese, magnesium, and folate, which is B9. Also, this plant gets its purple pigment from the antioxidant called anthocyanin. The growing specs for this, you want to first pick a spot that gets 6 hours of sunlight daily. You want the soil pH to be between 6.5 and 6.8. You want to space it 18 to 24 inches apart. So as you can see, mine are a little bit closer than that, which might end up biting me in the butt in the future. These plants mature in 50 to 70 days. So as you guys can see, they're planted about 12 inches apart, which is a little bit closer than is recommended. A lot of the brassicas have very similar nutrients and very similar planting requirements as far as space and nutrients go in the soil. They're very nutritious. They're very good for you, and I'm really excited to taste these. I've heard that they're really, really good to snack on raw and to put in soups and to use for a bunch of different things. So I don't have a whole lot, like it's not like we're going to be able to live off of this for a while, but this is, I think, a good amount to learn off of, to figure out how I like to prepare it and how to grow it as easily as I can. For me, it is a must to use insect netting for brassicas because I know this isn't much success, but I have never had this much success with brassicas until I put the insect netting up. I actually have to fasten it back with the nails because it's coming undone. Gotta, there you go. There we go. All better. The variety of kohlrabi that I'm growing is called Purple Vienna kohlrabi. I got it as my free seed from Baker Creek. I know I've mentioned that in a few other videos, but just in case this is the first video you're watching of mine, it's from Baker Creek, and they have purple stems that swell, and that's the part of the fruit that you eat or vegetable. I learned this little factoid from, I think the first person I heard it from was Jess from the Roots of Refuge Farm. She said that the purple pigment is from this antioxidant called anthocyanin, and I thought that was so cool when I heard that for the first time, and now I've heard like so many other farmers say it, so I'm spreading the word. Anthocyanin is an antioxidant, so very good for you. And each different color that vegetables are bring their own special things to the table, literally. It's awesome, and that's why it's so important to eat the rainbow, basically, to have something of as many colors of the rainbow every day as you can. So I can check purple off my list, or violet, I guess, if you're going by the true Roy G. Biv rainbow. I'm so excited about this. I know this is a really short veggie specs, you guys, but I need to get these pumped out. So if that didn't convince you enough to grow them, then I don't know what will. They're full of nutrients. They're very easy to plant. One planting tip that I learned from the MI gardener that brassicas have issues with is this thing called club root, where it basically like makes the root kind of malformed. So the way you prevent this is before you plant your seedlings out, or your seeds, is you kind of pat the soil down a little bit underneath where you're going to be putting the plant, and then you plant them on top of that. And that just helps give the roots a little more structure to deal with, and they don't get malformed. So I hope you guys found that helpful. I am loving learning all these new factoids about gardening, doing these veggie specs. The exact percentages of nutrients can be found via Google or Bing if you would rather that. They're very similar to broccoli, and lots of cabbages are all very similar. The difference with this one is it's purple, so it has the anthocyanin in it, and I would assume that red cabbages have that same nutrient in them too, since they're a similar color. It's time for me to go in and feed these guys. If you guys need a friend to learn how to garden with, I'm your girl. Happy gardening.